Hello everyone and welcome to the Week 21 pre-All-Star edition of Instant Replay, where I give you my take on the most controversial calls of the weekend. I'm Simon Borg. We started RFK Stadium, where DC United came all the way back from 2-0 down to beat the Philadelphia Union, and they wasted a penalty in the process. But did they deserve it to begin with? I say absolutely. Davy Arnaud beats Ray Gaddis to the ball, and the Philly defender bumps him. Good call by referee Jose Carlos Rivero. There were two penalties called at Toyota Stadium, where Dallas romped to a 4-1 win over Portland. The first one came in the 86th minute when Jack Jewsbury definitely trips up Victor Ulloa, but it was outside the box. So Peter Newsome and Joel Morrow, I agree with you, but referee Ismail Elfath calls the penalty and Mauro Diaz converts. The other spot kick was whistled in stoppage time in favor of the Timbers. It feels soft, but Zach Lloyd does look to get Portland forward Lucas Melano, who was making his MLS debut. Now, Melano was hoping to take the kick himself, but Fernando Ali said, "Get out of the way, I got this," and the Timbers avoid the shutout. Octavio Rivero definitely takes his own PKs in Vancouver, and the one he scored in the 56th minute put the game against San Jose out of reach. But was it a good call? I'm not so sure. Every time I watch the replay, it feels more and more like a dive. The Quakes wanted a red card on Vancouver's Nicolas Mesquida in the 59th minute, but I think yellow was the right call here by referee Edvin Jurasevich. Mesquida's trying to get in front of the shot by Quakes playmaker MPG. He doesn't endanger the safety, and there's no serious foul play. We stay at BC Place for an interesting play in the 45th minute. Quincy Amarikwa gets a yellow for ramming into Vancouver's Paul Muruka, but I don't think he deserved it. From the replay, it seems Stephen Beitashour is the one who pushes Amarikwa into Ka. But how about this illegal play by San Jose goalkeeper David Bingham in the 38th minute that went unpunished? The laws of the game state that a goalkeeper is not permitted to touch the ball after it has been released from his possession and has not touched any other player. It should have been an indirect free kick from the position where the offense occurred. Despite the appeals from the Whitecaps, Jurasevich doesn't spot it. Next to another Sunday match, NYCFC versus Orlando City. It's a game that had 8 goals, but only one play for us to look at. There was this 58th minute high boot by Andrew Jacobson on Sean St. Ledger, but even though it looked bad, yellow was the right call from referee Alan Kelly. It was reckless. To Stade Saputo in Montreal, and only one play to look at there. It's the 52nd minute, and Victor Cabrera leaves his feet to go in for this challenge. It's only a foul for referee Chris Penso, and he doesn't pull out any cards. And I disagree. Cabrera lunges into Chad Barrett, and I think he uses excessive force in that tackle. I would have gone with a red card. A couple of our IR faithful wanted a red card shown to Sporting Kansas City goalkeeper Tim Melia for this challenge on Olmes Garcia that led to RSL's game-winning PK in the 71st minute. Jordan Rosser and Tyler Smith were also wondering whether it was a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. I don't think it was so obvious with all the defenders in the vicinity. I'm good with the yellow card from referee Alan Chapman for denial of a promising attack. Now, Nikhil M. claims to have seen a, quote, clear handball in the box in the 39th minute, but you can't call RSL Sebastian Jaime for that. The ball takes a deflection off the players in front of him, and Jaime has no time to react, so no handball. To Chicago, where there were quite a few plays that generated a decent bit of debate. First, the Chicago Fire penalty kick in the 43rd minute. Referee Ricardo Salazar calls Jose Gonçalves for the foul on David Akam, and it sure did look like it in real time. But when we watch the replays a few times, it looks to me like Akam is throwing himself into the air. And in my opinion, Akam was lucky to have stayed in the game after putting his studs into Jeremy Hall in the 61st minute. He gets a yellow for it, but I think it's more than reckless. It rises to the level of a red card for endangering the safety. I don't care that his head is looking the other way. I think he should have been sent off. And just 2 minutes later, it was Harry Shipp with the borderline tackle on Lee Wynn. But I think yellow is the right call by referee Ricardo Salazar. Shipp is guilty of being clumsy reckless more than anything else. The Revs thought they had the game winner in the 80th minute when Davies finds the back of the net. But it didn't count because of an offside call by assistant Adam Garner. Now, we don't have the best angle here, but it does look like Fire defender Alailton is keeping Davies on right here. But setting aside the flag, how about that tackle from Eric Garrig on Wynn? We're too far away, but it looks to me like Garrig goes in with both studs showing. He gets a yellow for it, but at least from here, that looks like it could have been a red card offense for endangering the safety. So I'm with you, Adrian. So the Revs didn't get that goal, but I thought they could have had a penalty in the 87th minute. Fire rookie Matt Polster sticks his arm out to stop this cross from getting by him. The Revs protest, and I think they have a strong case. No whistle from the ref. And we end in Columbus, where Toronto came all the way back from 3-0 down to tie 3-3 on a disputed PK in the 88th minute. And Mr. Sunshine poses the question on Twitter, did Jozy Altidore dive? Look, I think Crew SC defender Waylon Francis does get a slight push into Jozy's back, but the TFC forward definitely makes a meal of it to me. But I'd argue Altidore should have had a penalty all the way back in the 25th minute. Looks to me like Michael Parkhurst clips him, but Fotis Bazakos doesn't call it. And Kyle Koblenz wanted us to take another look at the 38th minute foul by Jackson on Francis. No foul and no card for Bazakos, but I think that deserved a red card. Jackson leaves his feet for a tackle that could have done some serious damage to Francis's leg. Thanks to Kyle, and thanks to all of you who tweet at us every week using the hashtag Instant Replay. That's all for now. For our editor, Abner7, I'm Simon Borg. See you next time!